Team Kill Game. Let's get duelist. Johnny Acoustic coming to a regular random Thursday video this week. Today I have an IRL build or IRL duel to show you guys. On the left you have me with this Crystal Beast Invoked Mekk playing Invoked Mekk Knights. And on your right hand side you have my brother on the right screen. He is playing what is known as the Ritual Beast deck. Now before we get really into the meat of this video and show you some of the duel that's going to be happening, as you see we're shuffling our decks, I honestly don't have a clue exactly how Ritual Beasts work, so don't expect to hear a lot of commentary on how those cards are being played. I know a couple of the cards, and my brother has stated what the cards did during the duel, so I might be able to remember exactly what's going on to an extent, but I don't know all the cards. So the only thing I do know about Ritual Beast is that they get two monsters on the board, they make the Cannon Hawk, and they loop the Cannon Hawk back and forth to make their plays. But I will be able to commentate very much so on the Invoked Mekk Knight deck, because I do know that deck very well. So I'll do the best I can with you guys to do the Ritual Beast justice and show you what this deck, what he plays, and what he's activating and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get ready. This duel is about to start. And we're just sitting here waiting for the dice roll. See who's to go first. Ooh, I opened up an Alistair. And Magical Meltdown is played. I will then use that to search the Alistair from the deck to the hand, because that's just the card I want to go for. Because you want to make the Makaba. If you're going first, you want to make the Makaba with this deck as quickly as possible. So you can have the ability to hard stun or aggressive stun your opponent to straight up nothing, and just follow up with your Mekk Knight plays and just swing for game if you can. So at this point we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the Alistair and normal summon it, using its effect to search our invocation. And once we find the card, we're going to go ahead and add it to our hand, which I'm pretty sure it takes a while, but yeah, we got the invocation to hand now. And we're about to go into our fusion play, I believe. If I remember correctly, I go for the fusion play at this point. And yes, I do activate invocation, sending one to the graveyard, banishing the Alistair, and sending the invocation to the grave, so we can then special summon our Invoked Mekk from the extra deck. That's right, we went for the Mekk play. We now have established a fusion monster. We have our hand set up. We have the monsters to stop Monster Fest. And I kind of misplayed there. I dropped my hand and showed him what I was playing, which I don't think it mattered to him. He didn't really care about that, but that was just like, why did I put my cards face up? And I've been playtesting this deck, you know, doing hand tests and everything for so long that I'm so used to dropping cards on the field face up to go grab my deck. I've been doing that for like the past couple days now, trying to, you know, work out the kinks of this deck and make it work right. But that was my fault for putting the deck face up, putting the cards face up, always in my hand. And he doesn't really care. He's just having some fun with this duel. Shout out to my bro, you know, that's my bro, Team Kill Game. He's gonna be a dad soon, so this is actually really fun. I enjoyed this duel very much so. He drops the Deep Fissure, so now everything I play that requires me to send it to the graveyard can't work, because I have to send to the graveyard, and I can't do that because Deep Fissure banishes instead. So the Makaba is probably going to be offline at that moment. He goes and plays the Ritual Beast Tamer Lore, which then lets him normal summons it, which then lets him summon into the Rebenku. I was playing Rebenku on my Crystal Beast deck, which is really cool. You do that with the tied to the Brethren target. So he gets to go through his deck. And he's obviously searching for a back row card. This is where he asked me if I had back row cards to stop him, like Twin Twister or whatever, and I don't have any of that, so he pretty much added a back row card. I believe it was a trap card he added, not too sure. He's now going to contact tag out, banishing his two Ritual Beast monsters to special from the extra deck, the OT Cannon Hawk in defense position. So now we have a Cannon Hawk on board, and I'm pretty sure he's going to trigger Cannon Hawk's effect. He's going to tag the Cannon Hawk back out while using both effects. Now he's sending OT Paleo to the graveyard, which by the way you can't see his grave because it's kind of hard because of the camera angle. They brought back two of his Ritual Beast, which is Laura and Ritual Beast and Spiritual. I think it's Spiritual Beast or Ritual Beast. Guy Paleo. It's not OT Guy Paleo, which is Guy Paleo. He sent the OT Guy Paleo from the banished down to the graveyard, so now he's got that in the grave. He still has D-Vision. He added Ritual Beast Steeds from deck to hand via one of his effects. Like I said, I'm not really too sure how the Ritual Beasts work. I don't know most of their effects. But I'm trying my best right here to give you as much of a description as possible of what's going on with his build. So he has a once per has a once per turn effect where you can basically any Ritual Beast monster you summon, I think it's summon, or any every Ritual Beast monster on the field gains a 500 boost. But it's only once per turn and it only lasts to the end of the turn. But as long as they're, I guess what I'm thinking is you banish them or use them in the graveyard and you bring them back in the same turn, they still keep that same attack value. Not too sure on that, but he's going to contact Fuse again. He's bringing out OT Paleo. He's now swinging for 3,200. And he's just reminding me that D-Fisher's on board, so I can't pitch them Alistair to increase the attack of Macabre by 500 because the D-Fisher is in play. So I'm taking the battle damage from that. His Paleo's at 31. I then drop the Pile of Desires. Gonna banish my 10 to draw 2. And looking up for me, my brother does not play hand traps, so he doesn't have the Ash Blossom to stop me for this. But his deck is pretty powerful. It put me through a lot of work. I had to do a lot. I wasted a lot of resources just to stop him. But see here, he's got the Guy Paleo. I'm pretty sure he's gonna take game 1. It looks like he might have it, but we're not too sure yet. We'll figure that out. We'll see what we have in our hand. And that's one thing I really hate about the Desires is when you banish 10 and you draw 2 and one of those draw cards you draw into happens to be your second Desires. When you Desires into a Desires, it's just bad. But I digress. Go ahead and have the Alistair. He's going to change it. It's just monsters. He's going to blow up the Alistair. The Fisher banishes it. I do not get my effect to search. Even if I was supposed to get my effect, which I think I was supposed to. Even if I was supposed to, it wouldn't matter because I didn't have any other Alistairs anyway. The one I needed is banished, so it really didn't matter at that point in time. I bring out Blue Sky, which I'm now able to search 2 Mekk Knights from deck to hand. Now I'm pretty sure this is where I go for the Purple Nightfall and Indigo Eclipse. This is the two I did, the main 2 I go into. There's Nightfall and there's the Eclipse. Those are the 2 main Mekk Knights I do like to go into a lot, which makes a lot of sense. And there I go, dropping the Indigo Eclipse, and I'm now moving it to another column, the furthest to the right, closest to my side of the field, to my deck side of the field. So now it's closer to my deck. And then drop the, I do drop the Purple Nightfall, right? Drop Purple Nightfall from hand, and activate its effect, trigger its effect to banish itself and search. Now mind you, Purple Nightfall's effect, when you trigger the effect, the cost to pay the cost you have to pay the cost is targeting a Mekk Knight. That's the cost you pay. After you targeted your Mekk Knight, everything else is anything is legal for your opponent to play to stop him from being banished. So now you have Red Moon in play, along with Purple Nightfall, along with Blue Sky and Indigo Eclipse. And on my next standby phase, I'll be able to get back my purple Nightfall back to the board. And I choose to use Nightfall's Red Moon's effect to destroy his 1-0 Ritual Beast monster. Which at this point I'm thinking maybe I have the upper hand because I have the power on board, so I get rid of his other monster. Hit him for 23. And uses the Ritual Beast trap card. I don't know the name of that card, but he's able to special back 2 Ritual Beast monsters from his banish zone, which he's now going to use to tag out. And he's going to correctly, remember correctly, he should, I think he tags out, or wait, he can't do that. Okay, I see what happened here. He wasn't able to activate the trap card because it wasn't able to be triggered. So he's going to take the 23 and take the 24 off the blue, off the Red Moon and the Indigo Eclipse. And as you can see, I just put enough. The deck just puts a ton of work in trying to get rid of his field. Now I go for the Link Summon, and we're going to bring out, I believe, the Spectre Supreme. We drop the Mekk Knight's boss monster right from the extra deck. If memory serves, yes, we do. We get our Spectre Supreme out. 3k beat stick. At this point in time, the Spectre Supreme is completely immune to everything and can attack directly. As long as there's specs, like you said, if there's no cards in the same column, it can attack directly for 3k. And if there's any monster, no monsters in the same zones he points to, it has immunity to destruction effects and targeting effects. So you can't target or destroy it. So I have this pretty big boss monster. I think I'm pretty much looking at myself. I'm in the advantage position here. I'm gonna have this game in the bag. And he thinks I was and honestly, I thought I did, but as you can see here, coming up a little bit, you'll see that this card, as powerful as it is, as powerful as the Mekk Knight's actual boss monster is, it's no match to a Ritual Beast deck. And there he goes with the Tamer Winda. So he's got the Tamer Winda on board. If I destroy that card, he's going to grab an extra deck Ritual Beast monster from his extra deck and special summoning. He'd grab the Cannon Hawk if it's in the extra deck, or Guy Paleo, or OT Guy Paleo, or OT Pedalfin, which is the, I think it's the dolphin that they have. It's like an OT dolphin or something like that. So I get rid of that, and it's great. But there he goes with the Guy Paleo again, and he's going to contact fusion. I banish him. Brings out calls to Cannon Hawk from the extra deck. Always summons it in defense position. Now I'm not sure if that was the right play. I probably would have went with the Guy Paleo, OT Guy Paleo, to see if he could get the attack increase and run over my Mekk Knight of the purple of the Spectre Supreme. But he gets back and tags back out. He sends the OT Guy Paleo to the graveyard after he banished it again. And he's making his search right now. And he grabs Ritual Beast Steeds from the deck. Very powerful card that he has at his disposal. Banishes the OT Pedalfin from the extra deck. And he banishes the Pedalfin. You can't see it, but he banished it from his deck from his deck. Now he's going to set, I believe he sets the Ritual Beast Steeds. Just pops cards on the board. I know this deck is a really aggressive stun game. just like my deck is. You can just pop cards off your opponent's side of the field and use your fusion monsters to push for a ton of damage. So he's going to tag out. Well, no, he's going to link up, and he links into and brings up Kamung Falco, Ulti Kamung Falco, the newest addition to the Virtual Beast. Their Link monster. Link 2 with 2 arrows pointing bottom left, bottom right. It's got that effect that increases the attack of all Virtual Beast monsters by 600 attack. And then he gets the banish point from the graveyard to special summon an extra deck Virtual Beast monster, which is any of his fusions. Plays the ambush. Brings back 2 of his Virtual Beast monsters. He's then banishing the OTF healer from the graveyard. He's going to contact fusion. And I believe he's going for the Ulti Canahawk again. Yes, he does links, he does contact fusions to Ulti Canahawk. He's going to send his 2 Virtual Beast monsters from the dens up to the graveyard so they can get a search off. And my brother's asking how strong my Mekk Knight is, which is 3 grand attack. That's pretty cool. At the moment he's got nothing strong enough to take out my Spectre Supreme, but as I said earlier, it's a good boss monster, but the Virtual Beast show that they can handle this guy and take him down, and prove to themselves, prove to the Spectre Supreme that we're not afraid of you. No matter how powerful a boss monster you are, you don't scare us. So he sets 2 in the back row. He's discussing about the Spectre Supreme. So now I can't attack directly with the Spectre Supreme, but he can't target or destroy my Spectre Supreme. So that's the only upside to this point of the duel. So I draw a card. Bring back my purple Nightfall. He's tagging out for 4, I believe. 1, 2, and he gets 4 Virtual Beasts from the graveyard, tags them all back in. Now he's got the board set up just right for me to play a Blue Sky and get 2 searches, and then be able to play like 3 more Mekk Knights underneath that, but that's not going to happen. I'm going to drop the Alistair and definitely go for the, going to try to go for Spectre Supreme, but he goes for Steed. So he's got the Steeds, which is going to destroy everything on the board. That's not a spell or trap. At this point, at this point in the duel, I thought that Spectre Supreme was protected against that card, but since his card doesn't target, it just gets rid of it. So and my Spectre Supreme couldn't be. Actually, yeah, it was able to get destroyed because I had the 1 monster in the same zone that Supreme points to, so that did make sense to get rid of the Supreme. So as you guys didn't see that, I kind of misplayed, and I had him in the zone that I had the main deck Mekk Knight in the same. I also was in the same zone. I was in the middle mouse zone, which of course I misplayed and put him there, which caused the monster to go to the graveyard when he activated Steeds. If Steeds would have been, if I didn't do that, he could have activated Steeds. I would have kept Spectre Supreme. I could have potentially won that duel in game one. But that was my misplay there. And then I go ahead and summon Purple Nightfall and a Yellow Star from the hand. And I tried to go ahead and just go for Battle Phase. Win this effect. He gets win this effect. He then summons Ulti Galileo. And I attack his Dolphin for the 2200 with the Yellow Star. He's now removing to the graveyard. And he realizes that he can't activate that card. That he can't tag out during my battle phase to get out his Crystal Beast monster. And he's coming back to recall the attack there, but I'm going to be the bigger guy and just not recall the attack. I attacked his monster, so I'm taking the damage. Now, I come to find out that his effect is once per turn and only lasts until the end of turn. So he was gaining all that extra 10 attack increase, which he shouldn't have gained. But that's my fault for not catching that, and we cleared up the situation. But even with that, even if we did clear it up ahead of time, it did not matter. I was going to lose this game anyway, because the Ritual Beast deck is just one of those decks. It's just really hard to play around. He's playing the 2014 build, only he's playing with the one OT Cannahawk, because Cannahawk is at 1 right now. Should come back to 3, but I could see why it's at 1 with the help. Busted the loop is. It's just too broken to have it at 3. So, but yeah, the Ritual Beast deck is pretty powerful, and I gotta give it up to him. He has a hell of a deck build. With that being said, we're here, still in game 1. I have my Purple Nightfall and Yellow Star. I'm still my turn. Alright, terraforming. Go for another attempt to make a Macabre. And now he activates Macrocosmos. If there's any cards into the graveyard, it's banished instead. And now you're making the Alistair. We're going to search and activate Vacation. And I go to banish from the grave. Vanish, and then I go for I believe the Macabre play. I think I go back for Macabre. No, I go for the Rajin. And then go for the Rajin. My theory here was get Rajin on board, and then try to flip that face down, his fusion monster, when he tried to attack me. But in a second, you'll see that was the wrong play, because like I said, I don't know what the Ritual Beast do, and you'll see what happens on his turn and why I misplayed by playing Rajin. And there goes the wind blowing because we're outside and cars flying everywhere. But it's cool. I think I hit the camera, as you can see. He's trying to figure out what he's going to do against my board. It's a very easy board to break, trust me. You see my board, it's very easy to break. And I'm not getting any more fusions because I have the Alistair banished, and I believe I have the Invocations banished too, because I used it in code to the Vanish Zone thanks to Macrocosmos. which is incorrect. It will be sitting at 2300 attack. I believe this is the point where we clarify the effect of Guy Paleo. Okay. This is the point where we're clarifying the effect of Guy Paleo, where I try to clarify to him that if at the end of the turn the card is not the attack values go back to the the original tag, and then he hands me the card to read it because we want to make sure it's clarified that the effect is correct. And we're kind of having a little, sibling argument over a card, but we eventually clarified the situation, and all was good. His deck is still a powerful deck. I don't care what anyone has to say about this duel. Even it's still a powerful deck. I know a lot of people like Ritual Beast, and a lot of people watching this video are gonna know exactly what these cards do. But if you do, congrats to you guys. I don't know what Ritual Beast do, but I do know they're a very powerful deck, and like I said, I'm just rambling on because we're trying to clarify the effect. And to clarify, he realizes the attack. Yeah, so it's clarified that the monster leaves the field, comes back, it stays in its attack increase is still there, as long as it's still in that turn. So he attacks me for 23 to my raging at 22. And then that takes care of that. Now I will say at this point right here, there is a point in the video where the camera cut out during this game going to duel, but that'll be coming in a few seconds. Right now, this is what the board looks like. At the moment, you'll see he's got the board presence, he's got the game pretty much in the bag. There's pretty much nothing I can do here. He's asking about the yellow star effect to make sure if it blows monsters or spells or traps or what it does. So I'm clarifying here that it destroys the spell or trap. So the video cuts out there, just a few seconds out. I do lose the yellow star, and I was just trying to clarify to him how the yellow star works before he got rid of it. How it just banishes the Mekk Knight and just allows me to destroy a background card in the same column. As you can see, the duel keeps going on. I think it was like a minute and a half that I realized the camera actually stopped recording. But still the same board, nothing's changed except for I'm missing a monster and I'm missing a Macabre. Well, alright, Rajin's gone and that monster's gone. Now the board's empty and he's pretty much got game winner. Then swing for 18 direct damage, and I pretty much got nothing at this point. It looks like I'm gonna end the game, or end this first game, with a loss. And I draw my 5 cards. I draw for turn actually. My apologies. Just draw for turn. And I play Monster 1. Playing off my hand again. Bring back the Macabre. One card still in hand. Get rid of the regular Guy Paleo, just so I can get rid of it off the board, so he can stop increasing the monster's attack by 500, because that's very annoying. It got very annoying for me when I saw that happening multiple times. Finally, I had to go. I'm sitting on a 25 beat stick, and he's got ulti Guy Paleo, which is a very powerful monster in its own right. I don't know exactly what the card does. I just know it's a very powerful Ritual Beast monster, but I guess it's not that powerful because it didn't get banned and it's not limited. Unlike Cannonhawk, which is like the most powerful of the Ritual Beast monsters, but still a powerful monster nonetheless. And I think this is the point where I think I lose the game. I'm probably gonna take one more draw phase. He's explaining the attack and defense values of the monsters. I think I asked him why he didn't attack with the two monster attack positions. And I just set one to task, and I believe I set the duel Lockbird. I had that in hand, I just set one face down. Because I didn't want to take any damage. I don't want to lose the game. I don't want to scoop the board, so I'm just going to go ahead and just try to keep playing out this stall for as long as possible. Try to make a comeback. I don't want to sit there and go, okay, game's over. I knew I lost this game. I knew I lost game one, but I didn't want to give up. I wasn't going to scoop like that. I had to continue playing to the end. As much as I was like, it's over, I've lost. Game one goes to my brother. I'm just not going to just sit there and just boom. And there he goes. You see the drone lock bird. Kind of joked around saying I had a face down Cyberjar. Well, Cyberjar's banned, so there's no way of playing Cyberjar. And he gets rid of that, it gets banished. And I'm looking through my banished pile. That's game one. Game one is over. And we're going to go ahead and get ready for game two. Game two of the round.